What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, YouTube? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? How are you doing? Happy Sunday to you guys. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday today. I am. I'm in a good mood right now, especially if you saw my live that I did maybe about an hour ago. I was able to see the Zack Snyder Justice League cut, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I did a little social media reaction to that. I posted on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. But of course, I could not go into any spoilers. But welcome, guys, to the Movie News Roundup show. I believe this is number 8. If it is number 7, I do apologize. And let me go ahead and just shout out to a few people that are in the live right now. Melissa S., what's going on? Siobhan Smith, Sean Franklin, Entertainment, My Ninja, what's going on? Michael B. directing Creed 3. Maybe a bad idea. I don't know. We're going to talk about it. And what's going on? Demetrius Bailey. If you want to know what we're going to be talking about tonight, I do have links to everything and the topics down in the description box. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, you can go ahead over there right now. I got 27 people watching me right now, and I appreciate that, guys. If I can go ahead and get 27 likes, 27 thumbs up, I would appreciate it, because I only have 16 thumbs up right now, and I would like to have 27. But again, welcome to the Movie News Roundup show. I kind of just like to chit chat for a little bit for about 5 or 10 minutes or so, or until I get about 30 people in the live. And I got 30 people live right now, so that's what's up. You know, the everybody's coming together much faster. So come into the room. And I am coming to you live today, right now on YouTube at Just My Opinion Reviews. And also, guys, if the audio is kind of janky, let me know. I'm kind of limited with the controls on StreamYard, but we're gonna work it out. You know, we're gonna work it out. So, like I was saying, I usually start usually about 30 people or 10 minutes. I won't wait 10 minutes. We're at the 3-minute mark, or until I have some guests show up. I don't know if anybody's showing up today, but if not, you know, I can still do this thing solo. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's up right there. But I am coming to you live on YouTube at Just My Opinion Reviews. I am also coming to you on Twitch at Just My Opinion Reviews, and also Facebook.com/Just My Opinion Reviews. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Just My Opinion 84. Okay, so make sure you are following me on all those channels, on all those outlets, and all those thingamabobs right there. Larry and Lamont may pop up. I know they like to do a stock market live on Sundays, and we kind of set it up to where they do theirs right before I do mine, and when they're done with theirs, they come over to mine. But you know, hey, we're just gonna see. But again, let me just shout out everybody in the chat right now. What's up, Demetrius? Hey, Kaylee. What's up, Sonia Peach? Hey, I just clicked on your Zack Snyder cut reaction. I thought I was going to miss your live. Oh yeah, no, you're not gonna miss anything. That was just a small impromptu live that I wanted to do real quick because I was feeling it. What's up, Nathan Moore? What's up, Sean Franklin? You think Doom of Justice League 2? Hey, we're gonna see. I don't want to get into that too much though, because they pretty strict on these non-spoilers and stuff like that. And so I'm looking at myself. It's haircut time. You know, it's been a good minute. But that's all good. So Strictly Straight, I don't even know what that means. Okay. Hi. Oh no, Strictly Starlight. Excuse me, Strictly Starlight. That's what's up. And hello, Miss Melissa S. How you doing? Hello again, Malaya Lewis. Twice in one day. Thanks for the content. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. The one I did earlier was just random. I was like, hey, let me just do something real quick before I jump on. You know, you think Legion of, did you just ask me that? Yeah, you just asked me that, Sean. Hello, Kimmy Lay, and what's up, Melissa S. And so we got 32 people in the box right now. And if I can get everybody to hit that thumbs up, you know, I would really appreciate it. So come on into the room. Take your time, get your snacks, get your food, get your dinner. What's going on, fam? Somebody's saying hello to me on Facebook, but I don't know who it is because it's not showing me the name. It's just showing me Facebook user. And so I gotta, why is that not loading up? I'm trying to error too many redirects. So yeah, I need a more powerful computer, to be doing these live and stuff like that. But I'm not tripping. I have a plan of action, and I am going to stick with it to get it together because I want to be able to broadcast and upload in 4K, get that crisp. What is this going on in my head right here? What is this? Is this what is this? Is this grease I didn't rub in all the way? But anyway, do you think instead of recreation of superheroes that we should create all new? Do you think that instead of a recreation of superheroes that we should create all new heroes? Yeah, for the most part, but I don't know what you mean by recreation. Like what superheroes are they recreating? Let me know because I'm curious to know what you mean. Hello, Zia Latrice. How you doing, my sister? One of the most loyal people in the chat. I have a number of loyal people that always check me out, that are always consistent, and Zia Latrice is definitely one of them. So is Demetrius and Melissa S, and all you fine, lovely people, and so that's what's up right there. Got 37 people in the live. I'm probably going to start right when we get to 10 minutes. So if y'all can be patient with me and just hang out with your boy real quick. But how was everybody's weekend? And what are you looking forward to this week? Are you good to go? Did you have a good weekend? Did you prep for the week coming up? I don't always do that, but it's better to do that. You always have a good week. But what are y'all watching? What are y'all streaming? What are you watching? What movies? What streaming shows? What TV shows? I know that show. What is it? The like I think it was. What's it called? Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight, I believe. I know a lot of people are really into that. I know I was talking to one of my homegirls, and she was really into it. And she got a lot of views on her outlet as well. And so I know that's pretty popular. I'm super behind. I know they have like a ton of seasons or whatever. Demetrius, what you talking about? Superman and Blade. Well, and I'm catching up on the Flash. Already, I need to catch up on the Flash too, because it was I don't know what happened. It was one of my favorite shows on the CW, and I don't know, I just faded away. It's not like it was bad. I think okay, if they're in season 7 now, I think I'm in either season 5 or 6, and I need to catch up. I just need to make time because it was like, I love that show. It was so good, and I say I need to get back to Black Lightning, and I do. I'm still on season 3. Let me address Demetrius real quick because I did ask him a question. Superman and Blade. Now, how are they doing this? How are they recreating a Blade? A Superman. We have Clark Kent, and then if you're talking about a black Superman like Michael B. Jordan and Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams, they're not recreating anything. It was already a black Superman in the comics. He just came from a different universe in the multiverse, parallel dimension, and he was black in the comics. So I don't know what you mean by that. I could be interpreting what you're saying completely wrong. Let me know. As far as Blade is concerned, I don't know what you mean either, because they're not recreating Blade. They're recasting it, but I could be wrong. But let me know. Now, Zia Latrice is saying that I watched first 3 seasons of Snowfall this week. Damn, that's a lot of binging. I watched the first 3 seasons of Snowfall this weekend. Are they an hour long each episode? How many episodes are in the season? Let me know. And Married at First Sight is messy. Yeah, I've been hearing all crazy things, about it. Messy or not, at the very least, I think everybody is entertained. So I got 45 people in the box right now. If I can get everybody to give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. It really does help me out. And then let me go ahead, since I got 45 people in the box and I'm at 10 minutes, I'm solo, so I guess I'm gonna have to go solo today. And that's all good. But let me just shout out everybody real quick, and then I will go ahead and get started. I'm watching The Bachelor with the first black bachelor, and it's a horrible mess, but I have to finish it. Okay. Why do you have to finish it though? If it's a horrible mess, why do you have to finish it? Did you lose a bet? I'm just curious. But I haven't watched The Bachelor. M Stewart is saying Snowpiercer and Snowfall. That's what's up. My brother saw the movie Snowpiercer recently, and he really enjoyed it. You know, like most people, he has watched a ton of movies and just shows that they normally don't do. That he normally doesn't do because of the pandemic. Strictly Starlight. I need to finish Snowfall. Looking forward. Okay, it just jumps. I need to finish Snowfall. Looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes, and I was able to see the first episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I really did enjoy it. I did, and that's all I'll say as far as that's concerned. Yeah, each one is an hour, each 10 episodes each. Snowfall is fire. I keep hearing great things about Snowfall. I started watching Married at First Sight a few seasons ago. Damn. Okay. I ain't mad at you. LOL Morbid. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Toric. LOL Morbid Curiosity. I guess I feel you. And Zealotry says that Married at First Sight is a good messy. I hear you. Now, guys, this is going to be. This is going to be like a shorter live. Last week it was 2.5 hours, and sometime they average out at about 2 hours. I'm gonna try my best not to have those last that long. I'm gonna try to go for an hour, and I've already wasted 12 minutes. But I'm thinking about doing maybe 2 or 3 shows a week, just so that I can be more fresh with the news. Because when news drops in the YouTube algorithm, it's much better when you can talk about content that drop or news that drop the day of or the day after or even 2 days after. If it's 5, 6, 7 days afterwards, my channel is just still not big enough to warrant a ton of views. And so I may do shows on like Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever. Oh, my guests are coming in all at one time. So let me go ahead and introduce my first guest. That is the living legend, Larry. What's going on, good sir? What is going on? How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, my brother. I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you for being here.
This is weird, man. It's daylight savings doing the show when the sun's still up.
I know. It is weird. I woke up early this morning and I was like, why the hell is it not light outside yet? I'm used to the sun coming through, but it hasn't yet. So, but I'm getting used to it, man. But you doing all right though?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good.
That's what's up, man. And thank you so much for being here. And I like the colors in the background. And let me go ahead and bring in my second guest. They popped up right back to back. That is this brother right here from Louisiana, the king of anime, and that is Mr. OneTakeBigDog. What's going on, good sir?
What's going on? How y'all feeling today?
We feeling pretty good, my brother. I'm feeling pretty good.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. I'm pretty excited right now.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited too. I was just telling the people about kind of how I may change up the show a little bit to where I'm already at 14 minutes. I said I'm gonna try to have this one last about an hour. And I may do multiple shows throughout the week, like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, or like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, just so that because it's a moving new show, you get more views if if you talk about it as right when it's fresh, opposed to like 5, 6, 7 days later. When it's died down, I'm still I'm still small, and I'm not at 500K where I can get views no matter what. But anyway. That's just that right there. You got to experiment sometime. But again, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being here. I really do appreciate it. And if it's okay with you guys, we can go ahead and get started.
Let's roll.
Okay, cool. You ready, Larry? You ready? Larry, you froze?
Yeah.
Am I back?
Oh.
Yeah, you back. You back.
Okay.
Did you hear anything I said, man?
I heard you say we were about to get started. My signal blinked out on me, and I checked, and I was on the wrong network. So I switched it up.
Oh, it's all good. Your image is coming through a lot better now too. So that's what's up. But guys, who is that? Who mic is that? Oh, but guys, I thank you for being here. I got 58 people in the chat right now. If all y'all can give me that thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. And we can go ahead and get started. What I believe is the movie news roundup number 8. And again, guys, I have everything down in the description box. If you want to go ahead and check it out, we got Avatar coming in number 1, Creed 3. Some Falcon and the Winter Soldier stuff. We got a lot of fun topics that we're going to be talking about today. But let's go ahead and move over to topic number 1. And it's kind of sad, but I want to talk about it. And that has to do with brother Ryan Coogler. He's the director of Creed, Fruitvale Station, Black Panther 1, and of course Black Panther 2. But you see up there in the quote, it says it's hard. And what are we talking about? We're talking about Black Panther. And I have the report right here from Collider. This is topic number 1. It says Black Panther 2. Ryan Coogler says writing without Chadwick Boseman is the hardest thing I've had to do in my professional life. That's just unfortunate right there. Coogler shares touching new insights in the wake of losing Boseman. And I want to go ahead and get the first quote right here, and then I'm going to pass it to Larry. And that is one thing that I have learned in my short or long time on this earth is that it's very difficult to have perspective on something while you're going through it. And he spoke about the prospect of working on Black Panther 2 without Boseman, saying it is one of the most profound things that I've gone through in my life, having to be part of keeping this project going with this particular person who is like the glue who held everything together. It breaks my heart that he's going through this, that we all are, that we lost this brother. But Larry, I'm coming to you first, man. What's your opinion on this? What's your take on this? How are you feeling?
I mean, I can understand why he's feeling some sort of way, and but I'll tell you, I haven't heard anything from him about where he stands on recasting T'Challa, and I really I want to hear from all these other Black celebrities out there that are doing their thing, others that have been in the movie, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita, the rest of them, what's her name that played Okoye? I want to hear from all of them,
right?
With their hopefully saying yes, we should recast T'Challa, because I mean, right now I'm feeling like all we hear is about Kevin Feige saying no, we're not. He's done, blah, blah, blah. And we're not hearing any pushback publicly. And I'm feeling like that's sort of the nudge they need to let people know, hey, this is Chadwick Boseman was an actor. He played a character. The character is not dead. Chadwick Boseman is. That may sound cold-blooded, but that is the cold, hard facts. T'Challa was created back in, 67 or something like that?
Right.
Chadwick Boseman is an actor who played that character, and we need to move on from the fact that he's no longer with us. I'm not saying we have to move on from that. Personally, you can still mourn him, but as far as T'Challa is concerned, he needs to be recast. There's all kinds of stories that can be told. I mean, I'm not talking about just a story here. So there's years, decades of stories,
right?
And they can be told.
Right. I do agree. I do agree with you 100%. And let me go ahead and pull up this second quote right here real quick before I come to OneTakeBigDog. Even so, the director wants to honor the work he and Boseman did together, stating that this one hurts and stings, but it's also indirectly motivating, and added, I'm incredibly sad to lose him, but I'm also incredibly motivated that I got to spend time with him. OneTakeBigDog, how are you taking all of this?
I completely understand it, because they built a relationship with each other. And can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. Keep going.
Yeah. They built a relationship with each other, and you have to. I get it, because you got so close to somebody, and then you have to completely write a script without that person. Even if he would have had to recast the role, it still would have been hard for him, no matter what, still writing this film, because I've never been in the film, and I don't know what the relationship is between the director and the actor, but you've seen how it came on screen, that these two had a connection with each other, and he was able to bring out the best in Chadwick Boseman, and Chadwick Boseman was able to put what he had written down on paper, the best were portrayed in the best way on the film. So him having to write a completely different script, continuing on with this enormous legacy that we know that what Black Panther did for so many different people, especially black people. Of course, it's going to be painful for him. Like, and it's tough.
Yeah.
I think that Brian Coogler needs to just expect. He should know it's going to be tough, like Big Dog said. But he needs to also understand that if and when you do recast T'Challa, don't expect that same relationship.
Right,
expect
definitely.
a good relationship, and maybe it's just as good, or maybe it's better in a different way. But don't expect that same relationship, because if you're looking for that, you're never going to get that same vibe. It's always going to feel different and forced. So just have a different relationship and let it be. It's sort of like, I mean, it's maybe a bad analogy, but it's like dating different girls. You break up with one girl, when you move on to the next, you don't expect that the new girl to be the same as the old. Exactly. And if you do, you end up in a terrible situation with the new girl.
Right on. And before we move on, let me go ahead and bring in my third guest to the show. That is the stock market master genius, I like to call him, and that is Mr. Brother Lamont. How you doing, sir?
Man, how the hell am I supposed to live up to that? God,
hey, man, I'm just telling the truth. You know, stock market master genius. What's up, bro?
Man, my daughter listening to this stuff, man. She's gonna expect us to be worth $10 million by the time she's 10 years old.
Hey,
like,
man,
Daddy,
you might be.
I believe in you, my
You
bro.
might be.
I believe in you, man. You don't.
And
know
I hope she spends it all.
No.
I hope she gets accepted to Princeton and Harvard at the same time.
Well, that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine.
And then decides to go to Yale for grad school.
All of the Ivy Leagues.
Wherever she want to go, man. We got funds placed aside growing for that. So she won't be taking me to the cleaners.
Already. You doing all right though, my brother?
I'm good, man. How about you, fella? What's up, One Take?
Going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Good, brother. Good.
Yeah, man. I feel you, man. And I thank you for being here, Lamont. You came right on time. We on the first topic right here. Just talking about how Mr. Coogler is feeling about how difficult it is for him to move on with Black Panther 2. And it is actually your time. We talked about two of the quotes. I'm just going to go ahead and bring up this third one, and I'm going to pass to you. As Coogler said, you have a professional life and you've got a personal life. Personal life, I'm going to say that when you work in something that you love, those things blend. They come together. I'm trying to find a work-life balance, but I'm not there yet. So this is without a question the hardest thing I've had to do in my professional life, and that's just him carrying on the franchise without Chadwick. How do you feel about this, man? How are you taking it? How do you feel?
Obviously, he was fully invested in his work, and he was fully invested in the individuals that he worked with. I was late getting here because a professional my wife worked with passed away. Oh, and you know, they had somewhat of a personal life, but more of a professional life together. And when you deal with this type of loss, it takes some time to heal. It takes a healing process. It takes some grievance, some counseling, and it takes time to put yourself back into a steady place. And that time helps you get over it. And with him knowing the gravity that Chadwick Boseman brought not only to Marvel, but to film in general and to the Black community worldwide, I'm sure he's feeling a deep, deep hole because he had already planned these movies with Chadwick in mind. He had already done that. Mm-hmm. And so now for him to have to pivot and recast a new T'Challa, I know that when he has to do that, he's going to be thinking about his homeboy. He's going to be thinking about his professional brother. But I think that in time, he will find a way to heal, continue Chadwick's legacy through good work in Black Panther, and also continue all the good works that Chadwick was doing off the camera through individual work that he will be portraying on his featured films that he'll do with the MCU.
Right on. Well said, all three of you gentlemen. And just how I feel about this.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, how I feel about this, and we've talked about it a number of times before, and I think everybody agrees that, I think they should go ahead and recast T'Challa. And I wouldn't mind if they delayed the movie. It was already, well, everything is delayed because of the pandemic, but we know that they had the announcement of the Wakanda series, plural, and I'm perfectly fine with them focusing on that and having the Black Panther character kind of in the background. Because I mean, as far as a business is concerned, you're still bringing in revenue. You're still developing the world, but you're just, having a little shift that's necessary because the man passed away out of nowhere, and so it sucks that, of course, that he passed. It sucks when anybody passed, but I think we all just felt such a connection to this guy, even though we only saw him on screen. And I know it's really hard on Ryan Coogler, but I just want this brother to take his time because, while I do want to see it, I don't want this thing to be rushed, and I don't want him stressing himself out, and I don't want anybody being stressed out. I mean, it's not going to be the same, but I just want everybody involved in front of the camera and behind the camera to be in the best mental space that they possibly can be in when they proceed with this franchise. And Larry, I think you were about to say something.
Yeah, there were 2 points I want to make. One is I think when you work in Hollywood, it's probably a little bit more difficult in some of these cases like this where if someone dies, because Hollywood is so based on relationships, and you hear about actors who say, oh, I don't want to be in this project because I didn't want to work with so-and-so, or I signed on to this project because so-and-so was doing it. And I mean, you look at, there's been throughout Hollywood, there's been groups of friends that you see that work together time and time again. You look at people like Seth Rogen and James Franco and what's the other kid's name? I forget his name. He's always
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah. I mean, you see people like that, and then it's the same thing when you look on the black side. Black Hollywood's even smaller, and you see where a lot of black actors are constantly working together, and there are some people who don't like each other and they don't work together, but there's a lot of other people who like each other and they make movies together, they write movies together, and so I think it's we just saw one. It was a terrible example, but you look at like Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, I mean, they were together, they did that movie. Arsenio came back and did that movie because Eddie was in it. That's his boy,
Right.
So I mean, in that sense, it's more difficult because you have these people who are you work with, but they're also your actual friends. So on the other part that I have to take a little issue with, and maybe this is a bit of denial on some of their sides, but this whole thing about this came out of nowhere. We didn't know. I believe the public didn't know. I believe the media didn't know. I don't believe for a second that the producers and Disney didn't know, because anytime you have to do one of these big budget films, all these actors have to go get physicals so that they can get insurance, because all these films are insured. You can't have an actor that's worth, $100 million or something fall out on your set. And they say, well, they had a heart attack because of all the stress you put on them. And there's no way to disprove it when they get a physical and say, well, no, this person had a heart condition beforehand. So, we knew about this. We took precautions so they weren't put under undue stress. So I'm certain that they were aware of his physical limitations, and knowing that, I think they should have taken that into consideration with the possibility of writing around that, or writing for the possibility that he might not be here. Because this is a business. I mean, I don't want to sound cold-blooded, but this is first and foremost a business. Hollywood is not there for people to make buddies and make friends. They're there to make billions of dollars.
I respectfully disagree with that. I mean, I agree with the first part you said, Larry, as far as them doing the physical and stuff, getting checked out for insurance. 100% agree there. And initially, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm sure that Bob Iger or Bob Chapek, I think Bob Iger was the CEO at the time, and Kevin Feige, they knew. Yeah, one of the Bobs. But I honestly don't think, because he signed on to the role in 2014. And that's when he signed his 5-picture deal. And I don't think he was diagnosed until 2016. Right. So he was already, the ink was already dry.
Yeah, but they
So
they get physicals for every single movie because every movie is insured individually.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
no, he's
No,
right.
I'm telling you, that's the
yeah,
way it
he's
works.
right.
Each movie, oftentimes these companies set up individual corporations or individual LLCs for that one specific movie, and they have to get insured for every single one of them.
So if
That's
you
true,
sign,
but all the movies was filmed prior to 2016, though, Larry. They filmed Endgame and Infinity War together, and then just went back and did reshoots for Endgame.
Right.
So
and if somebody has a 5-picture deal, are you saying, "Oh, you're sick now, we're just going to cut you away"? I mean,
I'm not
know.
saying that they do that. What I'm saying is maybe what they have to do is either one, they move up production, or two, maybe what they have to do is consider, hey, you may not, if you're really sick, you may not be here for a production that's going to occur in 5 or 6 years. So maybe we have to consider finding a different actor for that role.
Yeah, but I think that this was a fine point between what Larry is saying and what B. Avery is saying, because they had already pretty much filmed all his roles prior to 2016 when he was diagnosed. I think he got diagnosed late 2016, and they had pretty much got done filming with everything by that point in time. But you've got some people in the comment section, and I think we've all said we on the same train of when you get the next T'Challa, who could carry that next T'Challa? And I think we have all agreed Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, could do it because there's already a legacy between his father, Denzel Washington, and Chadwick Boseman that people didn't even know about because neither one of the individuals was worried about the clout that comes with talking about the different favors Denzel does. And so for the people in the comment section, I'm putting out there John David Washington. If he wants to roll and if he's got the chops to do it, I think he's got the charisma to be the next T'Challa.
I agree. Well, let's go ahead and move on to let's go ahead and
Hold
move
on.
on.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Go ahead.
I think the biggest issue probably occurred when Kevin Feige came out and made an announcement. I think there was so much pressure from the fans waiting to hear what they were going to do about the situation, and that they rushed to say, "Hey, we won't recast T'Challa." I think that was the mistake first came in.
I can see that.
Yeah, you should not make business decisions when you're in your feelings.
Yeah,
no,
you just shouldn't do it.
Hell, and do not make stock decisions when you're emotional either. Don't make them when you're drunk. Don't make them when you're high. Don't make them when someone tries to date rape you like Eddie Murphy got date raped. Don't make no stock decisions then either.
Right on. Well, let's go ahead and move on to topic number 2, so I'm not keeping you kids here all night long. And that is another sister in the community has a new film, and that is Miss Tiffany Haddish, bringing us to topic number 2. And I have mixed feelings about this, but I'm going to get the opinions from everybody. And I have the report right here as well from Collider. It says Tiffany Haddish to star in Mystery Girl Netflix movie directed by McG. It says, let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. It says Mystery Girl is based on the Dark Horse comic of the same name that was created by Paul Tobin and Alberto Albuquerque. I just look weird. Albuquerque. The film cast Haddish as a street psychic named Trine, who is living off the grid in Los Angeles and has no memory of who she is or where she comes from. Though Trine may not know herself, she is guided by an omniscient voice in her head that knows everyone else's business, including their darkest secrets. OneTakeBigDog, I'm coming to you first. What do you think about this? Are you interested, and also are you a fan of Miss Tiffany Haddish? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
This is kind of weird because there's a part of me was like, no, but at the same time, I can see a world where this works for Tiffany Haddish. Like, yeah. I'm not big on the idea, but Tiffany Haddish is a big personality. And somebody like that, knowing everybody's business, all their darkest secrets, her blabbing and all in a restaurant when you're trying to get something to eat or anything, it's a concept that can work, but you have to do things right, because if you don't, it can be bad, like just straight up terrible. I'm a fan of hers, and some things or sometimes where I kind of feel like she's always on 10, and you kind of want to scale it back a little bit. You know,
Marlon Wayne said that.
Yeah, like you kind of want to scale it back a little bit sometimes, but there's a world where this movie works. I don't know if that's the world we're living in, but
I feel you. And before I go to Larry, I got 93 people in the box right now. If I can get a thumbs up from all of you, I would really appreciate it. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Larry, what do you think about this movie on Netflix called Mr. Girl? Does it pique your interest, and how do you feel about Tiffany Haddish as a performer, as a talent?
I'm probably gonna watch it because I'm a big fan of McG. I like him as a producer and a director. You know, I mean, I was a big fan of Supernatural when he was doing that. You know,
there he is.
I like Tiffany Haddish when she first started. I was a huge Tiffany Haddish fan. And I'm not going to say I dislike her now, but what I will say is that it feels like she's been doing the same shtick since she came out. And for me, I found that it's gotten a little stale, and I just want her to flip it up a little bit. And so maybe this will be the opportunity for her to flip it a little bit. And, you know, so I'm going to reserve judgment and watch it because there's two people involved that I actually like for the most part, and hope they do well. I just hope that she continues to evolve. I just think like anybody, I know a lot of people are like, hey, if it's don't broke, don't fix it. But the problem is that you say if it's not broke, don't fix it. Eventually people get tired of it and they move on. And then because people are tired of it, it actually is broke. And so you do need to fix it. And so I'm hoping that before I get so sick of her that I don't want to see her anymore, I hope she flips it a bit.
Right on. And Lamont, before I come to you, let me read this real quick. Deadline broke the news reporting that Haddish will produce Mr. Girl under her She Ready Productions banner alongside McG and Mary Viola of Wonderland Sound and Vision. The film will also be produced by Mike Richardson and Keith Goldberg of Dark Horse Entertainment, The Umbrella Academy, which has first look deal at Netflix, while Melanie Clark of She Ready will serve as an executive producer on the project. Mr. Lamont, coming to you now, sir. How do you feel about this film, and are you a fan of Miss Tiffany Haddish?
Oh boy, I guess I'm about to upset some people. Lord have mercy. How can I couch this in a way that I'm not being PC and I'm being honest about my feelings? So Tiffany's not that funny to me. She seems stereotypical. I caught her in a lot of movies. She's always the loud black girl. She's always the aggressive black girl. And I did catch her in that DC comic movie where she was in there with Elizabeth Moss and Melissa McCartney. And I didn't like her in that role at all.
The Kitchen.
And yeah.
What was the name of it?
The Kitchen.
Yeah, I missed that one. But go ahead.
Yeah.
You ain't missed nothing, bro. You better off going to a real kitchen, making a sandwich. You ain't missed nothing. Okay. And then she got into a quarrel with some other comedians that I like Cat Williams, and some others who kind of felt like the nicest way to put this is that she catered more to Anglo-Saxons, and that's why she got a push. Now, I don't know what the truth is in that, but this is what I do know. Even though I'm not that big a fan of her comedy, her story to how she became a comedian is tough. This girl was an orphan. She had to outdo a lot of people, and I admire that grit. And I admire the way she's giving back. Now, a lot of people may not know Tiffany Haddish gives back. She used her production team to hire black people, black staff, and I'm all about that. Right. So I'm with the concept of this movie. It sounds like it could be entertaining, and One Take said it right. For what they've used her to be typecast as, it sounds like this could be something good for her, but I'm hoping that she can finish rubbing off her acting chops, get more into production, and giving other minorities an opportunity to succeed so that she can just sit her ass down and produce.
Right on. Well said, my brother. And OneTakeBigDog, you did a thing too. I think this is perfect for her as far as her personality is concerned. And Larry, I know you said that you like MG. He is familiar to me as well. He directed the Charlie's Angels in 2003, Terminator Salvation in 2009, which I liked.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Also, We Are Marshall. And nobody, I mean, everybody craps on that Terminator movie, but I liked it. And if you guys want to go see his filmography, you can. But as far as Tiffany Haddish is concerned, I mean, let me make myself bigger first. I'm gonna follow Lamont a little bit on what he's saying, because I am not a Tiffany Haddish fan. I am not. However, I still want her to win, and I still respect her hustle. Now, exactly. I think, and I mean, look, she had a hard upbringing apparently, and look at where she is now. So kudos to her. I still want her to win. I think one take you were saying that one of y'all was saying that she's always doing the stereotypical role and all that. I do agree. I did not like Girls Trip. I couldn't stand that movie, especially with her peeing on people on the zip line. I thought that was stupid. I mean, that would fit in a spoof comedy satire, but when people get drunk and high too much, they do pee and crap themselves sometimes. I think if we were not all there, we've at least known somebody that happened to. However, I did like her in Night School.
Yeah,
I did
too. Yeah, I thought
Night School.
In Night School.
Yeah, Night School was good. I didn't see Like a Boss. I didn't see that, and I didn't see The Kitchen, so I can't comment there. But I couldn't stand her in Girls Trip. But I did like her in Night School. And
I don't even remember her in Key News. They show her in Key. I didn't even remember her in that.
Yeah, I don't either, man. I don't know what that's about. So
Like a Boss was okay. It was just okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Night School
she
was
had
good.
another one. She had another one that was really bad to be able to, you had to bleach out for it.
I think I know what you're talking about. Let me find it real quick. Oh man, it's right here. It was stupid too. I can't think of the name. Hold on, we're gonna get it together. Nobody's fool. Yeah, Nobody's fool. Was this it?
I think she just got out of jail. Yeah,
man, that shit was dumb.
Oh my god,
it was dumb. I did not like that.
Lord.
Matter of fact, what did they? Yeah, they got a 26% on Rotten Tomatoes too,
and that was too high. the rent was too damn high on that one, Larry.
But the thing is, like, okay, 26%, 21%. Where is it at? I was looking at it earlier. Night School got 26% too. So, but I like Night School.
Night School was good.
So
I did like Night School.
Good. Night School was good.
She was a smart educator, and she.
I like The Oath too, though. The Oath is actually pretty nice. It's kind of out there a little bit. It's kind of like play on like social commentary and stuff, but it's pretty nice.
The problem I had with
hold on. Let me address this real quick.
Yes!
Thank you.
The brother done went and got Street Fighter.
My brother, this dude is sending super chats in the mid while he on the live. Lamont, thank you so much, my brother.
Man,
let's get the super chat started for this hardworking brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
thank you, thank you so much. I thought y'all was getting sick of the where the money resides, so I had to try to change. I know.
It's funny though, man.
That got funny.
Yeah, he is. I got but thank you, Lamont. I do appreciate it. And sure. I cut somebody off, and I'm sorry. Who was talking? Who was talking?
I was just saying that I liked Girls Trip, but the problem that I have with Girls Trip is not. Well, my thing is, it seems like that once they came out with The Hangover and they had the success of the Hangover movies, it seemed like they just said, "Okay, let's do the same thing, but put girls in there." And there was a number of movies that came out like that, where it was like these girls' trips that were just wild and out of control. And, and they did the same thing, except with Girls Trip, it was sort of like a white version of, I forgot the white chicks that made a movie similar to that, but it was sort of
with
like
Scarlett
that.
Johansson.
They just rebooted it and made them black. And, they even made, we're going to go out and get white girl wasted and all this. I'm thinking to myself, just make a movie that works for us and stop. We don't need to copy everything. And it's like you don't need to take The Hangover and say, this worked for the guys. Let's go ahead and flip it and make it work for the girls. It was right on. I mean, it's never as successful as the original.
Let me answer that and also address this chat real quick that somebody put up. I do agree with you. A good example of that would be the all-female Ghostbusters movie. That movie, it wasn't even a bad movie. It's just that I didn't like the copycat like Larry was talking about. And Crazy Robot 20 says, so it's okay for a lot of male comedians to play stereotypes, but not her. I disagree infinity percent with that right there. For one, it just depends on if it's funny or not. You know, Tiffany Haddish, when she's playing these roles, it's just not funny to me. And then two is like, no, I feel the exact same way for males. I mean, we can pull out a cast list and go down the list. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but if it was a brother or just a male doing the same thing over and over and over again, I would call them out too. And just hold on, Lamont, hold on, real quick, Lamont. Another thing is, it's different for me for Black women because they have absolutely no protection in this government that we live on. They're the most attacked by far out of everybody. They're abused the most, and it sucks because they're the most educated as well. And so when you're the most vulnerable, I do care about how you're perceived in the public eye. Thank you, Larry. Go ahead, Lamont.
No, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say it's basically what Larry said and what you said. And I was going to say we rail against these stupid ass stereotypes they do to Black men. We're tired of seeing Black men having to dress up as women's and mamas all left and right all day. We sick of that bull job. It's no different than the way we feel about women being typecast for the same role over and over again.
Perfect.
I can tell you right now, I have been out to God knows how many big events, been out to the Bayou Classic, hung out in New Orleans, gone out to hang out the Platte in Philly. I've been all these different places where they have these large Black events. I've never seen Black women out there getting white girl wasted like white girls do, where they get up there and piss on themselves and run around making out with random guys and just don't know.
I've never seen that either.
Crazy. I've never seen them do that. And I don't even want movies out there that start telling Black girls it's okay to do this, because it's not okay to do this. Because you know what happens when a Black girl gets hurt or in trouble? Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And a matter of fact, I got into it with a good friend of mine. That's a young lady about this, because I was angry. The first marketing material that I saw for Girl Trip was this poster. It wasn't a trailer. It was this poster. And I'm like, why are these Black women? And excuse my French, but I have to be honest with you. I was like, I don't like all these Black women looking like some dick sucking hoes. You know what I'm saying? This was my first impression. Now I'm not trying to shame women and saying that they can't be sexual beings and like, you should be ashamed of yourself if you're horny. No. I just feel this way because if Black women had the same protection as white women in this country, it'd be a different story. But that's just not the case. And so I don't want to get.
And the reality of it is also is that this is a burden that we all carry, like it or not. When we go out into the streets every single time, we don't represent just ourselves. We represent the whole of us, all of us. Right. So if you see a Black woman out there acting like a hoe, white people don't see, oh, this is some random Black woman out there acting like a drunken hoe. They see that Black women are drunken hoes. That's what they see. So we do have an extra responsibility to protect the image of all of us. You know?
Right.
I gotta say, I understand and I completely agree with y'all. But saying I have not seen that, living in Louisiana where most of the state is ratchet, I see that often. It's not something.
Okay.
If I go out, I'm bound to catch a couple of them. But at the same time, I know we just having a good time.
Already? I ain't mad at you.
Maybe I'm going to the wrong places then, man. Maybe I'm going to the wrong places.
I'm going to tell you like this. My wife took me for my birthday before we had L down to New Orleans, and this was just during the weekday, and the things I saw at my age of, I was 39 then, I thought I had seen everything. That's all I can say. I thought I was grown, but I wasn't until I went down to the New Orleans and went down there, got some of them beignets, boy.
Let me address this real quick.
What a money reside.
Melissa S49. I love these feminist rants, Brandon. You're very welcome. I love giving them, and let me go ahead and grab another one real quick.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money.
Miss Zia Latrice, thank you so much. So Miss Zia
Brandon.
Latrice and Melissa, thank you so much for the super chats. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Thank you both. Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead.
I did want to address the one thing. You had one viewer that said that something to the effect of, "Oh, it's okay for black male comics."
Hold on. Why can't I get this off the screen? Okay, there you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's one of those. There was somebody who posted a comment saying it's okay so why is it okay for black male comics to play all these stereotypes and act with all this buffoonery? I think that this person has not been watching the show, because I think if they have, they will recognize that we have been going hard on everybody who acts a damn fool and then tries to embarrass us as a people. We just got done going off and lambasting Eddie Murphy because of all the tomfoolery in that movie and his Coming to America movie.
Right.
We're not giving people passes because of gender. It's like we want to see good movies. We want to see quality movies that are funny, that are dramatic, that are sexy, that are romantic, that are everything that we want movies to be. We just don't want to have to be embarrassed watching them.
Right on. Well, let me go ahead and move on. Oh, another thing he's talking about, we had a wonderful 6-person powwow on Lamont's channel last week. Coming to America spoiler review. It was a ton of fun. So that's another reason why y'all need to subscribe to all these brothers' channels.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And you can go ahead and do that. Everybody's YouTube channel is in the description box of this video. And if you head over to my YouTube and go to my channel tab right here, you got everybody's channel there. So if you're not subscribed to them, you're losing. And I want you to win. And you can win by subscribing to their channel. But let's go ahead and move on to topic number 3. I was trying to do this in an hour, but we hanging. It's all good though. It's all good. Now
I'm gonna stop talking right now just so we can get there.
Lamont and Larry, they talked about this past Friday about Netflix because they're trying to crack down on these passwords and sharing and stuff like that, right? And I watched maybe 45 seconds of that live, and Lamont was giving his opinion on it, and I was like, "Oh, let me turn it off because I was like, if he comes on my show on Sunday, if he can make it, I want to know what he's going to say, and I want to be surprised." And so that brings us to topic number 3. Netflix says no more stealing, man. No more stealing. Man. I'm sick of y'all sharing these passwords, and we in debt billions of dollars each year because y'all sharing passwords, and I'm sick of it. And I got the report right here.
Oh man,
I got it from the Hollywood Reporter. Netflix tests cracking down on password sharing. Says this new feature could signal the start of a piracy crackdown by the streamer that's historically looked the other way on password sharing. And I know, like I said, I know Lamont, you shared this video as well, and I didn't watch it because I was like, I want to be surprised. But let me go ahead and play this real quick. This is what Netflix is doing.
Netflix is testing a new feature to clamp down on password sharing. The world's largest streaming service said on Thursday a small number of users will be asked to verify if they share a household with the account holder. It does this by asking for details sent via text message or email, sent directly to the owner. Viewers may delay the verification and keep watching Netflix, but the message may reappear when they return, and they could eventually be required to open a new account to continue streaming. One Netflix spokesperson said this will ensure that people using a certain account have the permission to do so. Netflix's terms of service say users of an account must live in the same household. However, it and other streaming services have declined to broadly crack down on password sharing. Netflix has more than 200 million subscribers globally. It's unclear for now if there are plans for the feature to be implemented more widely.
Yeah, man, and they just go ahead and say in this article that, it'll come up saying if you don't live with the owner of this account, you need your own account to keep watching. Lamont, I'm coming to you first, my brother. How do you feel about this Netflix sharing crackdown on passwords? You agree, you disagree? Let me know, my brother. The floor is yours.
How can I say this? Me and Larry both used to do streaming tech on our channels at one point in time. We grew a large audience on streaming tech and how people can circumvent how to get streaming content. Okay. This reminds me of when back in the day, I know B. Avery and One Take might be too young, but me and Larry, we old. When Napster was popular and People was downloading music left and right.
Destroying their computer.
Yes.
Get download viruses from Pluto.
You know?
Because they used to use LimeWire. LimeWire.
Bear share all.
You might get 2 albums, but damn, you're gonna have 15 viruses on your computer. But you was getting the free music. Okay.
You know?
So the music industry had no idea what to do to fix that.
Right.
So what wound up happening? You had companies like Spotify and these other companies coming up with these freemium models and $5 and $10 premium models to get people to stop going through all the mess that you deal with to download music. So now we fast forward to 2015. What did we just have? A renaissance of people downloading content that they can stream, and people still doing it to this day for free on various apps that circumvent the internet and get everything Netflix puts up for free. But what did Netflix do to combat that? They had cheap prices. They had terms of service that didn't say anything, nothing about how much you can use your password. 3 years ago, they started saying we would like for you to use your password with just who's in your household, but there was no enforcement mechanism, nor is it against the law for you to break that contract. So they was able to curry favor with people to start just paying the service and stop using the pirate services to get this content. But by you trying to tell these people now that they done got used to sharing their password, I see you potentially losing customers because you're going to enrage them when different friends that have the password can't use it, when you've got a whole slew of easy apps that get your content completely for damn free anyway. So I would say Netflix better tread lightly. I understand they want to make money. I get that. And they are in debt. I understand all that. But you're playing with something that's not going to go away. Nobody has the technology, and the technology is not in sight for about another 10 years to stop people from freely going on the web, using apps that get your content for free. And not only do they get it for free, but they're getting it in 1080p. So Netflix, you better tread lightly.
Right on. I gotta address this. Sonny Peach, she says it's not piracy. This is a bunch of BS. Netflix is going to end the way of blockbusters if they don't stop. Man, I'm sorry. I can't just say it's BS. I can't say it's BS. I mean,
it's not piracy.
I don't like it.
It may be against their terms of service, but it's not against the law. Password sharing is not against the law.
It's not against the law. That's
but
what I
said.
said.
Against their terms of service.
It's against the terms of service now, but it's definitely not against the law. Not in America.
I don't like it, but I'm not mad at them for it. You know, I mean, I'm just not mad at them for it. I mean, you know, they're losing money. You know, like, I mean, that's just. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not mad at them for it.
There's nothing wrong with what you're saying, because I agree with you. I mean, they're trying to, get the debt services down. But right. you in order to do what happened where you got people to quit downloading music, you had to give the customers something that was affordable with great quality. And first of all, Netflix has gone up in the last 5 years about 4 or 5 times. And so you keep going up to try to get your debt service down. And now you're going to crack down on people using your password. You're asking for people to go get apps that give them the content for free. You've got to come up with a way that can meet all your objectives and still keep people on your platform. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, Larry, I understand why they're doing it.
Larry, what you got?
Here's the thing, right? Is that there's a few points here. One, they're just going at the worst possible time. I mean, literally they are in the middle of a full-blown streaming war.
Right.
I mean, you have all these services. You have HBO Max and Disney Plus and Paramount Plus and yeah, I mean, there's more of them than you can even count. There's so many services out there, and there's more that are even coming. Peacock, Discovery Plus, they just keep coming and coming. And they want to choose this time to try and alienate their users. I mean, and on top of that, they just raised their prices. I get it that they have to pay for content, but really, I think what Netflix is doing wrong is, one, I think they're paying for too much content in the sense where they're acquiring too much when they should start focusing on producing more in-house.
Thank you.
They should have a full-blown studio that they are cut. And I'll tell you, one thing, they should go to USC Film School NYU Tisch School or whatever it is their film school is. They should go to all these film schools around the country. Go to American University, go to Howard, go to all these great film schools and just start recruiting the crap out of everybody. We want all the directors and cinematographers. We want everybody we can get in fresh out of college when they're great talents and not worth anything, and bring them in. And then there you go. You have this great in-house studio. And you're paying next to nothing for it. I mean, yeah, what's Netflix going to do? They're going to go pay what? Shonda Rhimes $300 million to come in for a 5-picture deal, or pay Ryan Coogler to do the same thing when you can go to some great film school and pay a no-name nothing, you know, what?
Or go down there
for the year and
tell him. Larry, they can go down to Tyler Perry's studio.
You know what I'm saying?
Tyler Perry's got a lot of talent in this studio. He go poke him out. Just go poke his talent.
That's what I'm saying. Go down to Tyler Perry Studios.
But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing right quick. I have my account, and I share my account with basically everybody. My brother, his 3 kids, my sister's wife, you know what I mean? My sister's my sister-in-law, my wife's sister. I share my password with a lot of folks. If Netflix came out and said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and give you an option to have a plan that has 1 or 2 screens at a time, and we're only going to charge you $7.99. I would tell everybody else, sorry, y'all, you got to get your own password, because I'm cutting my stuff in less than half, and I'm still going to have enough screens for me and my wife to watch at the same time. So you guys are going to have to get your own. But since since I'm still going to pay out the wazoo, I might as well let everybody else watch.
Right on. Few things. First thing, we got 137 people watching. I think that's my highest. Thank you. If all y'all, please give me the thumbs up, man. The thumbs up is free. It don't cost you no money to hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe and hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Yeah. Another thing, strictly, and before I come to you, One Take, Strictly Starlight, they spend, and this is even 2016, 2015 data. They spend a year like $15 billion, not million, $1 billion on licensing content, because majority of the stuff that they play is owned by other studios and production companies. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. So they have that. And I think like a few years ago, they was also spending about $8 billion more a year in original content. And they are, hyping up the original content. So that is one of the ways that they are going in debt right there, Strictly Starlight. But kind of like what Larry was saying is, stop paying all these other people licensing fees. You can take that $15 billion and just create, if you're already spending $8 to $10 billion on your own original content, just take that other $15 billion and spend that on original content too. You're already spending the money, so just spend the money on stuff that you can keep.
But here's the problem with both of them. I'm glad you mentioned that. The issue is the people who own the debt and the shareholders are only going to allow them to get away with so much of turning that money in that direction. So that's the barrier they're going to have to overcome. The shareholders.
Why you say that?
Because I was on their last shareholders meeting, and someone brought up the point of, why don't we just start taking more of the money that we have and investing in house? And a lot of the shareholders and the people that own the debt was like, nah, we want you to keep big names because we believe in these big names to bring in revenue based on their name. So until the shareholders turn their corner a little bit, or whoever has most of that debt privately held decides they will let Netflix take the risk to do that, they're not going to go in the direction you and Larry would like to see them go. I would like to see them go in that direction too, as a small shareholder, because I think that you would cut that revenue probably in 3-4 years, probably below half, if you just take talent from small schools and in-house people that you can get directors to write these scripts. You would cut that debt probably in half in like 2 years.
Hold on, bro. If you said that the shareholders want big names, you can still have big names. Like I don't get it. Like we just talking about Tiffany Haddish right here. And matter of fact, you know how many black comics trying to get Netflix deals, comedy shows, like a ton of them. Like
Netflix has become the premier place for comics to want to go. It used to be HBO. Everybody used to want to have an HBO comedy special. People want Netflix now.
So check this out. When they did their board meeting, because Dave Chappelle done got a show with them now, and y'all know he's done comedy specials with them.
Right.
That board meeting vote, and it still blows my mind, even after the success of Dave Chappelle having his own comedy scene, they had a vote, and the vote was 55 to 45 in favor of Dave Chappelle getting his own show on Netflix. I'm mad because it should have been just unanimous. This man done made you all this money in his individual streaming content, and you've got 45 people saying no. Come on.
One sec, where you at?
We just went through a lot. We went through a lot. You know, so I think I'm gonna pick it up where we at now and then go back to the beginning.
You're good.
One of the things about Netflix, their original content, they don't let it like resonate with anybody. They don't let it catch fire before they cancel it. There are so many Netflix originals that I watched and liked that got canceled 2 months after me like discovering, and I'm like, I want to see a season 2. So many things that, I mean, literally get left off. The first season would end with a cliffhanger, and they were completely ghosted. And going back to the early point of like Netflix trying to stop people from sharing passwords. First of all, Netflix, you don't know how many houses I got. You don't know where I'm sleeping at. I can have passwords at the same password at 3 different houses, and all of them be mine. So you're not going to stop me from watching Netflix everywhere I want to watch it. And secondly, the fact of the matter is, I know people, and I think we all know people who just simply, I'm not paying for that. Now you keep your password. I can find it online somewhere. There are the bootleg man still got it for $3. I'm sorry, that's just the plain out truth. Okay, he can put it on now. They can put it on your laptop. That is what it is. So Netflix, and I think Larry made the great point. This is the worst time to be trying to do this. You gotta think about it.
Yeah, that's excuse me, horrible time. I feel you, man.
Avery, think about this, right? Think about if you go and look at Netflix. I mean, I know a lot of people don't do it, but some of us go and we watch a lot of international content. And if you look and see how much international content is out there from places like, different various countries in Africa, India, France, all throughout Europe, there's a lot of international content. And if Netflix decided to focus on really having a Netflix studio that produced its own original content, you can go into places like Africa and create content for next to nothing. They're creating content for next to nothing. They can go in there and step their production values up by 10-fold and still not come up with have to pay any more money. You can do the same thing in India. Let's not forget, India has 1.7 billion people?
Yeah.
I mean, Bollywood is huge. Netflix, why are they not out there making their own movies, getting a big old chunk of that? I mean, I don't care the movie. I mean, as a stockholder, they don't care. They should not care where the movies are seen and where the money is made as long as it's getting made.
Exactly. As a stockholder, I just want the stock to keep going up and eventually start paying a dividend. Keep going. Right
on. Well, guys, let's go ahead and move on to topic number 4. Another brother in the community who I support just blindly, and I'm gonna keep on doing that. And that is Mr. Michael B. Jordan. Okay. It looks like he's going to be making his directorial debut with Creed 3, and I could not be happier about this. And I'm coming to you first, Mr. OneTakeBigDog, and I have the report right here from, what is this, Collider as well. Michael B. Jordan to make directorial debut with Creed 3. This film will hit theaters Thanksgiving 2022. If you guys want to read that, you can. There's a link down to it in the description box below. But this is what Jordan had to say. Directing has always been an aspiration, but the timing had to be right. Creed 3 is that moment, a time in my life where I've grown more sure of who I am. Oh my goodness gracious, sure of who I am, holding agency in my own story, maturing personally, growing professionally, and learning from the greats like Ryan Coogler, most recently Denzel Washington, and other top-tier directors I respect, all of which sets the table for this moment. This franchise in particular, the themes of Creed 3 are deeply personal to me. I look forward to sharing the next chapter of Adonis Creed's story with the awesome responsibility of being its director and namesake. Mr. OneTakeBigDog, are you a fan of Michael B. Jordan? Are you a fan of the Creed franchise? And how do you feel about him making his directorial debut with Creed 3?
This honestly scares me because the first Creed is one of my favorite movies of all time. I absolutely love it from beginning to end. And I really did enjoy the second one. And I enjoy Michael B. Jordan as an actor. I don't love him, but I think he's good. I think he's really talented. I don't know if Creed 3 is the one I want Michael B. Jordan as his first film to direct. I don't want the Creed franchise to kind of do what the Rocky franchise did toward the end, but in this case earlier. Like I feel like he has a connection to it. I would have wanted his first film to be something a little bit more smaller, kind of like a little indie thing, kind of like how Regina King did with her One Night in Miami, or kind of like Jonah Hill did with a real small indie film mid-90s. I kind of would have wanted it to be something along those lines. But Creed 3, a film I feel has a lot of expectations, especially with with the groundwork that the first two laid. It's not necessarily the film I think I want to see as Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. That's just me.
I ain't mad at you for that. I'm not. Lamont, what you got?
Me and Larry talked about this on Friday, and I'm not the biggest Michael B. Jordan fan, and I started liking him more when 2 years ago they started talking about him becoming the Black Superman, and a lot of redneck Anglo-Saxons went in and like, no, we can't have a story. I started liking him more then. Okay? So let me just go and throw that on out there. And after that, I did enjoy both of the Creeds, and I'm fine with him doing this because he's already directed David Makes Man, which is a TV series. And the TV series is pretty good if you haven't seen it. That's all Michael B. Jordan's puppy. He got funded by Oprah. He directed that whole thing himself.
Man,
and it's a good TV series, David Makes Man. As long as he can include Sly Stallone's inspiration in this movie, I'm fine with him doing it. I think that as long as you keep the essence of what Creed and Rocky both mean, I don't see how he could mess it up. But being someone who's like One Take, who loves the franchise, and obviously Big Take loved Rocky too, I did too, you don't want to see this thing get mangled. So there is, apprehension that he could mangle this being his first movie directing role. But I think if he keeps Sly Stallone around and one or two of the other writers around from the last one, I think he can pull this off.
Right on. And Larry, before I come to you, let me just read this real quick. Here's what Michael DeLuca, MGM's film group chairman, and Pamela Abdi, MGM's film group president, said in a joint statement. Michael's vision for Creed 3 is incredibly exciting and will undoubtedly be an important contribution to the canon of this storied franchise. We are thrilled to bring his directorial debut and his share this next chapter in the Creed story to theaters next year. Larry, how do you feel about all this, man? How do you feel?
I think I'm along with One Take Big Dog. I don't want to see this as his first. I don't want to see this as his directorial debut for a feature because he's going to be in it. I would rather see him. I'd rather see his directorial debut in a feature film as a story that he's solely directing, so he doesn't have to worry about focusing on his performance and on directing. I think that's something that only really experienced actors can do. Most of them don't do it well when they first start doing it. I mean, sometimes people tell people they should stay in their lane. I'm not trying to do that, even though some people do, like Quentin Tarantino. You should stay in your directorial lane and stop trying to act, but
right to him.
I mean, how you gonna throw that in there and then try to keep on going, Larry? You ought to stop this.
His acting is bad. Directing is good, but go ahead.
Right. But I want to see where it goes. I would be really okay with it if he was writing the movie and working with other writers. But I mean, part of me is like, let him direct, let him go work with Ryan Coogler a little bit. Let him go and direct a few episodes of the Wakanda series and really get his directing chops up a little bit more before you decide that you want to act and direct in the same movie, or just take another feature. Go pick out a movie pick a script from somebody of a story that you're interested in and go direct that. Hell, I wouldn't mind seeing a movie about Angela Davis or something, or anything. Pick any kind of movie that do a small superhero movie. You know, they're probably not going to give you a $400 million budget, but I mean, he can go make a good movie, a good superhero movie, like what was the one that Will Smith did a few years back?
Hancock.
Hancock. Go do something like that with a superhero that a lot of people aren't really familiar with, and make it great.
I agree with all of you. I am rooting for Michael B. Jordan, of course, and I don't think it's gonna suck, but I am nervous.
Right.
I am nervous because I've never directed anything before, but I know it's difficult, and I'm just also concerned because he's in the movie. But I'm also leaning on the side because he's in the movie. You know what I'm saying? He's attached to it. I don't think he's going to half-ass it, but I would like for him to do something else before. This is off topic, but just kind of like the Mortal Kombat movie. We're all looking forward to that, but the director, that's his first thing he's ever done. You know what I'm saying? So just like, why can't you direct a TV episode or a short film first? I'm rooting for him, but I am nervous, and I'm gonna try to be positive about it. Melissa C says I don't trust Michael B. Jordan with Angela Davis, but okay.
I mean, we trusted Regina King with Malcolm X and
One Night in Miami.
I didn't trust her with that. I didn't trust her with that. It was I love the movie, but I was nervous.
You didn't trust her, but you did. Once you saw it, you was like, okay,
yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Okay, so One Night in Miami, you didn't trust her.
I didn't.
Okay,
I was just a bit nervous. I mean, just anything dealing with race and our iconic heroes, that's just important to me, and I don't want it to be tarnished or But it was I think I gave it like a 9 out of 10. And I saw it twice. So
I had no doubt with Regina King on that one, because what you're talking about with Michael B. Jordan, like kind of directing and acting. She had some directorial roles in a few episodes of The Watchmen, which she actually played in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
I forgot about that.
Episode 3 and 7. She directed and also played in those. And with the Rocky films, I was telling Larry the other night, Sylvester Stallone wrote Rocky and then jumped in the movie and acted in it. He left a butchering house and followed his dream, handed over his script, and actually acted in all 3 of them. So some people have the ability to multitask. I guess we'll just have to see with Michael B. Jordan.
Right, and that's the thing that you mentioned with Regina King. She directed a couple episodes of The Watchmen, and someone in the comments said she's been in the game since the 80s. There's a big difference between being in the game as an actor and being in the game as a director. I mean, there are two different skill sets, and not to say that you can't do them or acquire a skill on each side, but it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort. And I'm hoping that it happens. I hope that they do it well. There are people that do it well. I mean, we see right now, Shanola Hampton from Shameless, she's directed a number of episodes of Shameless. She's heading down that same path. She wants to act and direct. And I think it's great when you're on a TV show, you can actually take that time to direct episodes of the TV show. Because if you're on a TV show that's been running for 200 episodes, if a couple of them are okay, no one's really going to knock the whole body of work because of 2 episodes, And so it gives you the opportunity to get that experience, and hopefully they turn out great. But if they don't, you just chalk it up as a learning experience and move on, and keep doing it elsewhere. No, but to throw somebody in a feature film they're acting in, I mean, dude's brave. I'll give it to him, no doubt. He's got heart.
Well, let's go ahead and move on, guys. We're heading to the end of the show, and it looks like we have a new reigning champion for the #1 box office of all time, and it's Avatar coming back again for #1. We got some and some sides. What's going on, man? I got the report right here. Well, do I have a report? Hold on. I thought I had the report. Yeah, I had the report right here from Deadline. Avatar overtakes Avengers Endgame as all-time highest grossing film worldwide, raising to 2.8 billion amid China's reissue. And they updated it, and there's a link down to that below. I loved Avatar and I love Endgame. I don't really care which one is at the top because I love both films. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy just because this is news and this is gonna make I just like competition things back and forth. Larry looking like he's pretty disappointed up there, like he want to snap his neck. How do you feel about this, sir? Because I'm happy.
I mean, I don't want to say it's cheating. I mean, but it kind of is. I feel like they should have a certain time frame for these records where they say, look, it's the first run of the movies, not something where you put out a second run of it years later to try and reclaim some title. Because I mean, what we're gonna do, what are we gonna start seeing now is what after they release Black Widow, what are they gonna do? They're gonna say, oh, you know what? In the next theater over, we're gonna run Endgame, or we're gonna run it as a double feature and start taking dollars out, adding towards that particular movie's total gross, just so that you can get the title. I mean, it should be within a certain time frame, maybe a year. Maybe it's his first run, something. It's just. It seems sort of silly to start reissuing movies just to get a record.
One sec, what you got? What you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Larry. Also, I have to be honest. I didn't see Avatar in theaters, so when I got the chance to watch it, I did not like that movie. I don't even think I've made it halfway through, and I don't turn off a lot of movies, but I don't think I made it halfway through it. So, I'm like a comic book fan, so I'm rooting for Endgame, obviously. So it does feel it feels a little cheap, like always got the title back to just like, of course, China
it's like you should have an asterisk next to it.
Yeah.
It's like with somebody who does steroids. It's like, okay, yeah, you had the record, but we know you were doping. Then we got to put a little asterisk next to that.
Oh, gosh, okay. Where you at, Lamont?
Well, y'all know I'm a Marvel fan, die hard, and I just kind of feel like if you're going to redo Avatar to get buzz for people to go to the movie theaters, why not put Endgame? Why just do Avatar? What is the hidden agenda behind it? Now, I will say this in big One Take's defense. If you watch this movie at home versus the experience in the movie theater, it is totally different. But I enjoyed Endgame being at the top because all you're watching when you see Avatar is colonizers recreating how they left Europe and came to America and took over. They're just doing it on a different planet. But having said that, I still like the movie.
Yeah, man, I feel different from all y'all. It don't matter to me because I saw Avatar in theaters and I loved it. Like I said at the beginning, I love Endgame. But the off your point, Lamont, they're going to re-release Endgame in theaters.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, it hasn't been officially announced, but I'm a good 95% sure they are. There was so much in that film that was left on the cutting room floor. They can have an extended version. I mean, it was 3 hours, so they're not going to be like, let's put a 3 hour and 30-minute movie out there. Now there's been a proven moneymaker. I'm pretty sure they are. As soon as we get out of this pandemic, maybe next summer, I could definitely.
Maybe we'll get the Coogler cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do some super extended cut of Endgame with more fighting and stuff like that. I'm definitely down for that. So I knew this day was coming, and I'm just like, okay, Avatar is going to re-release theirs because they had a theatrical release, but then I have the Blu-ray. I have like 2 or 3 versions of that film. They have like an extended cut and then like a super duper extended cut. So if it's like an extended cut of the movie, I'm not tripping. So I mean, me personally, I don't really consider it cheating, but that's just me. That is just me. But yeah, right. So I got it right here on Box Office Mojo, guys. Avatar, 2.8 billion, and Avengers Endgame, 2.7 billion. So that's a lot of bread. That is
but here's the thing. Marvel got 2 spots in that top 5. Handle that, Avatar.
You stupid.
Is Avatar a Disney property now?
So what?
Isn't
is.
Avatar a Disney property?
It actually is. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
So Disney's like, we're winning no matter what.
Exactly.
They're like,
Exactly.
They're like, well, go ahead. You guys can fight for the record all you want. We'll keep re-releasing them all you want because we're just gonna keep making money.
Right. But since you say you are a diehard Marvel fan, Lamont, what do you think about this right here?
Well, I don't trust Red Wing. Hold on a minute.
You don't have to trust Red Wing. But I'm gonna go see if he's right. Because I have a feeling they might be a part of the big three.
What big three?
The big three.
What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
That's not a thing.
That's definitely a thing.
No, it's not.
Every time we fight one of the three.
So who are you fighting now, Gandalf?
How do you know about Gandalf?
I read The Hobbit in 1937 when it first came out.
So you see my point.
No, I don't. There are no wizards.
Doctor Strange
Is a sorcerer.
A sorcerer is a wizard without a hat. Think about it, right? I'm right. I just came up with that. It's crazy. But look, that's not the point. These guys aren't magical, all right? They use brute force, just like you. The incredibly annoying guy in front of me with the staring problem.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
1 minute, 2 drop-offs, eh? What's our plan? Great. So no plan. 30 seconds!
Enjoy your ride, Buck.
No, you can't call me that.
Why not? That's what Steve called you.
Steve knew me longer, and Steve had a plan. 15 seconds to drop!
I have a plan.
Really? What is it? All right, here we go.
I like it.
Ready, and
Wait for it.
action!
It's an example of opposites attract. We couldn't be more different.
I got a vibranium arm.
And I can fly.
There are definitely days where I feel like he's gonna kill me.
What's going on in that cyborg brain of yours? Gears turning. Oh, they're malfunctioning. They're on fire. God, I hate you.
He's like, you know, when you have a fly in your house and it just won't go away. But we have a very good dynamic.
Absolutely not.
Come on, I'm telling you, we
We have fun with each other, and that carries into these characters.
So what's our plan? So no plan. Great.
I'm so excited because it's exhilarating.
It's a throwback to all those buddy comedy action movies. You just don't know if they're gonna kill each other or not.
Hello, girl, kick your ass!
Yeah. Now again, another reason you need to subscribe to these brothers' channels because your boy Lamont already talked about this on Friday with Larry. You know what I'm saying? They ahead of the game. I'm late. So Lamont, I'm gonna give it to you, man. I know you're excited about it, but I want to hear you geek out because I ain't heard you geek out yet. I had to turn it off because I wanted to be surprised. But how you feeling about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier that's debuting on Disney Plus March 19th? The floor is yours, sir. The floor.
See that? that's my geek card.
This guy is stupid. Man, watch the children.
Oh my Lord. Children, some things are going to make you have inanimate things pop up out of your control. And this is one of them. B. Avery, I read reviews for people that have already seen the first episode, and they have said it is everything we're thinking. It is like Marvel has left the big screen and has come to Disney Plus. The dynamic between Bucky and Anthony Mackie's character is just it's outstanding. They really hate each other, but they love each other, and they're attached via Steve Rogers. I am now looking at Anthony Mackie, and I don't see Clarence from the rap battle with Eminem no more. I'm starting to see someone step into his own as the
Why
Falcon
you got Free World?
Hey man, I'm just saying. Every time I see him flying around his Falcon, I see Clarence. But now I'm starting not to see Clarence. I'm so excited. I can barely contain my composure. We will be reviewing this week if B. Avery going to come join us.
Oh, I definitely will be there. Yes.
I've heard nothing but good, and I will be putting out a lot of videos dealing with this. But B. Avery looks good. The chemistry between these two guys is outstanding. I've heard they're going to be having all these cameos from various people confirmed by Kevin Feige, Anthony Mackie, and Sebastian Stan. I can't wait. Somebody else take the floor because I might drill a hole through it.
Already. One take. What you got?
Look, I think one of the things that gets me the most about it is that it seems like Bucky is not a stick in the mud anymore. I always felt like Bucky was too serious. Now it kind of feels like he's loosened up. I don't know if that's like just the from being around Falcon or what, but it seems like he's loose and they the back and forth between the two seems like it's just gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I'm just looking for a bit of nonsense because it seems like it already got that Marvel humor that everyone loves. I'm ready for it. Of course, I haven't seen it. You know, I'm not one of the special people out there that seen it earlier. You know,
Avery's over there like I've seen the end of it already. I'm on episode 8 right now.
Anyway, Larry, what you got, man? How you feeling?
The special Negroes.
Blah, blah, blah. What you got, man? What you got?
Man, you know, I love the fact what he said. It's gonna be like the buddy films of the old, where you had all these fun things, like, you know, shows like Lethal Weapon and Tango and Cash and all these old buddy movies from back in the day. I think it would be a lot of fun. You know, some people say Anthony Mackie doesn't have that it factor. We talked about that very subject here. I was watching some of the stuff. I think some of the problems with Anthony Mackie when they write for him, I think part of the problem is they make him too wordy sometimes. Like that scene where they were at the airport and they were talking about the aliens. What was it? The aliens,
the wizards,
and the
wizard. Yeah. And he said, what about Doctor Strange? He said, a sorcerer is just a wizard without the hat. And then they cut to Bucky, and he looks off like he's thinking about it. That's where they should have cut it right there. They should have been mic drop. He should have walked off towards the plane like, I'm just going to let that sit there on you. Instead, he continued to explain it and try and explain it and talk about it. And that just sort of takes some of the cool factor away from the fact that you just won this argument with him. And I think that's what they do with his characters sometimes. They make him too wordy.
I ain't mad at you. Well, I'll go ahead and say I think we all did enjoy WandaVision. It was an unexpected surprise, and to me, WandaVision, it did feel like it was in the MCU, its own little subsection over here on the side in Westview, but it did feel like it was in the MCU. Now, I have not seen episode 8. I was lucky enough to see the first episode, and one of the things I will say, literally from the first frame, is that this literally does feel like an MCU movie. It doesn't. It literally feels like you're watching a movie at home. Same tone. Just it's like it. You know, it feels like an MCU movie. The episodes are much longer. I think it was like 43 minutes, not including credits. And what I liked about it is they stepped up the action a ton. That first episode, I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but that first episode, you do get to see Falcon flying around in his suit, and it's dope as hell. It is dope. You also get a little bit of action of Winter Soldier, and that's cool too. But what I like the most about it is you finally get to see where these characters come from. You know, like we get to, like it when Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, popped up before, he's only popping up during the battlefield. You know, or some type of interrogation of like how they're going to execute the plan and save the day. You know, you get that here, but you also like, okay, where does this guy sleep? Who does he love? Who cares about him? What are his personal issues? You know, what does his family look like? And it's, the thing with Bucky, the Winter Soldier, is he just been in the battle from the jump. You know, he was at the end of Civil War in 2016. He was frozen in Wakanda. And then we didn't see him again until 2018 in Infinity War, when he got a new arm, and then we saw him in the post-credit scene in that tent with Shuri, and then he was dusted, and then we saw him in Endgame at the battlefield. So where's he at in his mental state?
Right.
You know, when he's not kicking it with the rest of the Avengers, like what is he doing? You know, like where is he going? You get to kind of see that, and that's where it gets me excited. So I know you guys.
So they're no longer the B team.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. There's a character that pops up that I did not expect I was gonna see at all. I'm not saying it's a big character, just from past movies. I was like, oh, I remember him. And there's another person that pops up that y'all do know. You'll notice him immediately.
In the first episode.
First episode.
So let me get, you got Zemo popping up. You got my girl Emily Van Camp, who also plays in The Resident. Check her out. I love her. She's one of my faves.
It's neither one of those. It's neither
what?
One of them. So I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say no.
I ain't
gonna say no more. And I'm not trying to overhype it or nothing. I'm just saying that one character, when you see him pop up, you're gonna be okay. This is obvious. It makes sense that this character will pop up. Another character, nobody would guess. Who, you know,
War Machine.
I ain't saying nothing.
Well, we know he's coming. I think you've seen him in a trailer.
It's just. I mean, it could be a villain too. You know.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, I'm gonna have my reviews and my recaps. I'm sure OneTakeBigDog is, and like you said, Lamont, if you have me, I'm gonna be there every Friday, my brother.
We there, baby.
Same time to chop it up with you guys or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Man, my bootleg skills are slipping because I've been looking for a screener online. I haven't been able to find one.
But guys, I was trying to get this done in an hour, but we didn't make it. That's okay, because I still had a good ass conversation with the crew. I love these gentlemen, and that will conclude the show. I'm gonna start off with who came first. Larry, what are your final thoughts, your final words, and what do you have going on your channel, sir?
Yeah, man. You know, I'm actually gonna do a haul video tonight after I get off with here, because I have some products sitting over there that I haven't opened yet, some boxes. So I don't know what I have coming up in the next week or so, because I haven't opened my boxes yet, but I have some of that stuff. You know, I am going to do some videos. I'm going to do a video on the best way to get free live TV and some movie apps on the Roku. Because when I did the video about the top 10 apps for like the Fire Stick and some other ones, people were asking me, hey, what about Roku? What are the best ones for Roku? So I think I'm going to do that this week and check those out. Other than that, I will say, if you have not gotten signed up yet, if you're eligible and you haven't gotten signed up yet for your vaccine, please do. You know, also wear your mask. Your boy just got his first dose Saturday, just yesterday. So I'm not just talking about it, I'm being about it. So, you know, go get your vaccine and help stop this spread.
Right on. Thank you, my brother. Y'all be safe out there. And definitely at the very least, mask up.
That's right.
But OneTakeBigDog, man, what are your final thoughts? What are your final words? And what do you have going on your channel, sir?
This week, I think I finally saw Coming to America. So I got that review coming up this week. I did a deep dive into like some old rom-com, because I'm doing some studying for stuff. So I got a review for Sleepless in Seattle, 10 Things I Like About You, or 10 Things I Hate About You, and High Fidelity. A couple more anime reviews. And yeah, whatever else just occurs during the week. Be on the lookout for that Zack Snyder's Justice League review Thursday. Really excited to see that. And other than that, my message to everyone is cherish every day and spend it with the people you love and do the things that you love, because you only get one life to live.
That, man. Cherish every day.
Already. And real quick, one take. Yeah, seriously, thank you for saying that. But I want to ask you this, man. I saw your post for Rurouni Kenshin, and when I was in high school, I did watch the animated movie. And once upon a time, I think I did see like a trailer or something for like this live action stuff, and I didn't come back to it. But is that worth it, man? Is it pretty good? Whatever they're doing right now with that?
There's 3 live action films out right now, and the trailer reaction I did the other day was for the 4th and final one. All 3 movies are great. They have the best sword fighting scenes I've seen in any film, hit stateside or overseas. Like they are all, the acting is great. They are some of the best. Well, they are the best live action anime movies I've ever seen, and just some of the best movies I've seen just in general.
Okay.
All three of them.
I like martial arts and sword fighting, so I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to check it out. So thank you for that. And Lamont, last but not least, my brother, I'm coming to you. What are your final thoughts? What are your final words? And what do you have going on your channel, sir?
First, everybody, I'm very grateful to be on this platform with very talented young brothers. One of the missions I do on my channel is to try to network with as many young Black creators as possible, because there are some barriers that we as Black creators have to deal with because of our varying opinions, our dynamic thoughts, and sometimes it doesn't really get us pushed in the algorithm. So it's been my mission to not only bring you guys entertainment, but also introduce you to great new people on YouTube, which is why I'm sitting here with these 4 talented brothers. This week on my channel, it's going to be more TV show reviews. We are doing Falcon Winter Soldier will be the end of the week. We're also doing Snowfall, so check those out. I'll be doing trailer reviews for those episodes. Monday night when we go live, we'll just be talking about random movie and TV show news, a little bit of politics, what's going on in the stock market. And the end of the week is when we'll have B. Avery, and we'll be talking about the Justice League. We'll be talking about this first episode of the Falcon Winter Soldier, and we will soon be doing The Godfather of Harlem. We've also got Godzilla versus Kong coming up this month. And every Sunday we do stocks to try to help you guys make those financial life gains. And I'm with everyone on the panel. Mask up, get the vaccine, because you never know when that person that you love the most is gone the very next day. We're actually dealing with that in this household. So take care of yourself. Treat every day like it's the last, but also while you're doing that, plan for the future.
I have one question and one thing I want to say right quick. If you guys have not been over to Lamont's channel on Thursday to check out our conversations about Snowfall, you have to come through. Snowfall is so good, and this season is absolutely incredible. I was worried it might not be as good since John Singleton passed, but they have done this man's name right. This show is incredible.
And the other thing I want to know is, I said I'm on episode 6.
Hold on. The dude from Russia. Why are you talking about the Ku Klux Klan?
Because you know, a lot of them Russian dudes are racist. A lot of them are these white supremacists.
You was cool at first in the chat, but I don't know why you. If you don't explain yourself real quick, I'll just block you. But I don't know what you're doing.
My other question for you, B. Avery, is: have you seen the Snyder Cut yet?
Yes, I have.
Of course.
Yes.
I finished it. I finished it this morning. I did a live reaction. I would play the trailer, but WB is good for copyright.
They sure live. Don't even worry about it.
They the #1 edit, man.
You need to get blocked, man.
Yeah, go ahead and block them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's your bitch ass.
That's just a shame.
It's pathetic.
That's just a shame.
Right.
Oh well.
But B. Avery, I don't. You don't have to say anything, but I do want to know: will we enjoy this more than we enjoyed the original version?
Hell, mother effing yes.
Oh,
man.
We still gotta wait.
Lamont. I'm not gonna say this a perfect 10 out of a 10. But bro, this is light years better than the theatrical version.
B. Avery,
B.
Avery, I'm gonna duck, and I want you to take a look at what's behind my back, because I'm gonna start letting people see it.
Come on, man.
You see that DC poster right
there?
Yes, sir.
Bruh.
Yes, sir.
Bruh. I mean, I wasn't even gonna bring it up, bro. Let me just read what I put on social media, because they did lift the social media embargo.
Okay.
What I said. So I finished the epic 4-hour-long cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and my goodness gracious, it's amazing. Makes the original theatrical release look like crap. As far as imagery, this was a cinematic masterpiece. I was in awe just looking at it. So much mature character development, especially coming from Cyborg. I will go ahead and say this. The Cyborg stuff in this movie I thought was flawless. Perfect. 10 out of a 10. Perfect.
Wow.
The Cyborg stuff. Across the board, across the board, nearly everything has a significant improvement. Steppenwolf looked dope AF in his armor. And my gosh, Darkseid is a mother effing boss. This is the Justice League fans wanted. Yeah,
That's what I wanted to hear.
You only get a little bit of Darkseid, but when he shows up, he shows up. When he shows up, he shows up.
He shows up.
Yeah, and you know that scene to where in the first the theatrical release where they where Wonder Woman was talking to Batman and she's telling the story about how they came to Earth hundreds of thousands of years ago. They had that brief little fall. They show that scene, but it's extended, man.
Darkseid in that scene too.
I'll just let you watch it, bro. I will say this: after watching this, they need to let Zack Snyder come back for Justice League 2 and 3. Whether it's 6-7 years down the line, I don't care, but he needs to come back because it's good, man. I don't want to. I want to talk about it more, but I don't want to go in.
We'll have to wait to Friday. We'll have to wait to Friday, Larry. I can't wait, Larry.
It's good, man. Yeah, I finished it this morning like at 10. Friday early in the morning, like 2 a.m. or whatever time zone you in. So
I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I can do this because it's 3 a.m. on the East Coast. It comes out on Thursday night, but 4 hours. That means I'm not done till 7 in the morning. So
but man, now it's not perfect, but there is an aspect that I don't like with a certain character. I'm not gonna spoil it to say who it is, and we'll talk about that, but. It is impossible for you not to like this movie more than theatrical release. That's just if anybody says that they're lying. They're lying. But anyway, guys,
one last thing, behavior. You have someone you need to block in the comments so they can't come back on the next one.
Who is this one? Who is this?
That's Jordan Reynolds. He needs to go.
Oh, okay. He's just a loser. I mean, my goodness gracious. This is just random stupidity, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we gonna keep going, man. You just powering us up more and more. So it's a dumbass hate, but that's gonna make me go harder. But thank you, Larry, for calling it out. Both of those idiots have been blocked, and we just gonna keep doing this every Sunday. You ain't stopping us, man. You ain't stopping us.
No.
But guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this Movie News Roundup number 8. I really do appreciate it. Please go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to all these brothers' channels. Again, there's a link to everybody's YouTube down in the description box, and you can also head over to my channel tab and subscribe to the crew, to the family right there. And guys, again, I just want to thank all of you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery. That is Larry. That is One Take Mr. Big Dog, and that is Mr. Lamont. And that is just our opinion. Peace out.
Peace.